Hey there team, and welcome to a 4v3 sent by Stewie. Now, this battle was dubbed Ultimate Meme by Stewie, and I can't, it was a while that he sent it ago, and I can't quite remember why. But, is this the... Yes it is! Ah, good, yeah, I know this map. 22,000 frames is pretty short for this siege. So we will see, we've got Frodo Baggins, got Stewie himself, we've got Angmar, played by Y2K, and we've got Valkyrian on the offensive here. We'll see what we've got on the defensive later, but where are you? There you are. Good, yeah, makes sense to deploy all the way over here. And of course, most or a big bulk of Frodo Baggins' army will be hidden here. But we do have the Arthedain Rangers, the Proudfoot Protectors, super duper cool guys, then triple battling Brandy Bucks there, and that's all we've really got popping up. But oh no, some Great Eagles too. Okay, solid. I would be surprised if we didn't have. Is that 2 units of Great Eagles? Maybe. No, surely not. No, I think they're just all popping up there. But we'll keep an eye out for the rest as he gets moving. Stewie's got the Grey Company. Wardens of the North. Is that double Wardens? Okay, double Troll Slayers. That's not red limit. Double Wardens is though. Arthedain Peacekeepers, solid, and then Scouts, Mounted Company, and yeah, okay, cool. And then again, nothing hidden. Okay, that's not a very large army in all honesty, but powerful. Do you actually have the General in amongst your... No. Yeah, okay, General amongst the Grey Company is interesting. I do like to sort of mistreat mounted skirmishers like that, but so I would probably end up getting him killed, but we'll see. Grey Company can look after themselves in melee, not too bad, as long as they're not up against something really menacing. Angmar Halberds there, double Angmar Halberds from Y2K. Inquisitors, gotta watch out for Stewie's Cav. Blackwatched Legion, Hammerguard and Blackguard. Then Good and Bad Guard, and triple Guardians of Cardoon. Maybe some more, yeah, Snagastalkers and the like. Lots of hidden units in amongst the place as well. Then Valkyrian, taking Mordor. Melkor's Chosen, some Troll Drummers, more on infantry. I love that. Yeah, that's super duper. Executioners there with an armor upgrade and some Uruk Captains. Orc fodder, Orc Chavies, Temple Guard, and Blackguard of Baratur. I'm kind of glad to see this. I was going to say that the attackers I felt they were maybe missing out on numbers. So all of these more on infantry and the Orc fodder are going to provide them that, and I'm really chuffed to see it. I think Valkyrian's probably not going to rack up like that much in the way of actual kills here, but he is going to be providing a great service to his boys. Keller can shoot those guys down without a problem, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Here repaying there, some Spears of Emondware, Greenwood Rangers, of course, the Wardens of Amonlac, Elders of the Elven King, some Blades of Emondware, a lot. Okay, right. Well, he's sort of gone for pretty heavy fodder. The Blades of Emondware will cut down the Mornon infantry quite efficiently, in all honesty. Elven King Palace Guard, Woodland Rail Patrol, and Woodland Rail Patrol. That's quite an unusual army to see, and he's got even more of it. Hiriak. Spears of Emondware, Hirioth, and Hirioth. Okay. Interesting. Up and up and up and up and up. And up and up and up. There we go. Fantastic. We have Gondor here. So it's Sean of Gondor, who I've never seen before. So he's got his Gondorian archers, no armor upgrades. Infantry there. Fountain Guard, lots and lots of Gondorian infantry. The Axemen of Lasanak. Again, I'm not seeing a single armor upgrade, so I think he's kind of maybe a newer guy who doesn't really know how to do that. Or, I mean, hey, very well could just be ignoring it. That's a reasonable strategy sometimes. Guards of Osgiliath, Fountain Guard, Wardens of the North, and Raven Helms there. There will be something hidden here, maybe the Arthedain Rangers. We'll see. Then the last of the defenders today, all the way back up in here. There we go. Oh, God. Imladris. We're seeing Gwathi Meridain with an armor upgrade. Some Spears of Rivendell. Looks like they're armor upgraded. And, I mean, hopefully you can see what's in there yourself. It's a bit of a blob, and he'll move out as he needs to. But yeah, okay. I'm just interested to see how this is so fast. I think they can't be waiting for each other. I think the orcs are going to go and just get stuck right in. Usually on this map, I would always advocate for a grace period, which maybe isn't being seen to today, especially considering how much cavalry the attackers have. I wouldn't want a grace. I think if you're going to have a grace, you need to have that decided beforehand. Or, to be honest, I would maybe be going on the assumption that there is a grace, and have it stated beforehand that there is not a grace. But those Mirkwood elves are making tracks, and if the Cav want to punish them, they got to get moving now. They are coming on in, but maybe I'd want the Orcish cavalry to be coming in, sort of harassing, in order to buy a little bit more time. Yeah, there's very... unless the Hiri Ek want to be holding back with the spears of Emendwyr, you'd really maybe want them at the back of the line. Dear me. But even the Dunedain Scouts, who I'm not really a fan of, I think if you were going to go for horse archers, I like to go for like the cheapest horse archers you can really get, or the absolute best. I think mid-tier horse archers never really appeal to me too much. So, yeah, but I think up against these elves, it'd be a good shout. Rangers there, Farmers of Buckland popping up, Battling Brandybucks again, and the Hobbitry in arms. And then another, no, only one Proudfoot Protector, but some more and more archers. I suppose we charge the eagles forward right away. Nope. Oh, good. So that is 2 units of eagles. Holy smokes. Yeah, I mean, if these eagles can get there, well, this would be kind of funny. People don't see the eagles too much, so I think they'll enjoy seeing the eagles, some mountains there. I'll just bait them in with that. If the eagles do nothing in this battle and you clicked on the video because you saw eagles in the thumbnail, I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's the way it be sometimes. Huey Paying running in. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be set up here for too long, my man. You really got to get moving. You've done well. Like, the Cav is still a long way behind. Oh, damn it. There's a sneeze coming. There is a sneeze coming. I hope it just sits and doesn't do anything. Yeah, you see, so he just grabbed everything and set them up there. I would have wanted them to maybe make their movement there. I think they're going to be fine, though. Yeah, Stewie's holding back. I think he has decided to... There either is a grace, or he's just decided to give them time. Because, I mean, a frantic charge, he would get shot up. He would get his cav, like, decimated. But in all honesty, on this map, like, as soon as they get to here, what is cav going to do? Oh, there is actually this attack route as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can come up there and attack up through here. So it's not a single choke point. I suppose cav can be more useful over here. Yeah, there must be a grace, because if not, we'd be seeing, you know, something sprinting up this way right now. Looks like this is where the Barrow Wights and Goblin Band are going to be swarming up, and it's going to be down to Gondor to hold them back. Is this nice? See, this is actually quite useful for the attackers. It means you can't really position a unit of archers and shoot them in the back as they climb. Is this a... No, you can't climb up to that. I saw this and I thought, maybe. Cavalry moving in? Yeah. Interesting holding here. I don't know where. I've never actually defended this map. And when I attacked, I actually came up this side. This is where I came up from. So, I mean, I'd want to get an archer there. I'd probably be aiming to hold them here, so that I could shoot them down this way. I think holding further down, you're just putting yourself at a bit of a disadvantage. And also then, say if your allies decide to run away from here, you've got to run all the way up the hill to escape, which is scary. Certainly very scary. Nemalthian Honor Guard there, mixing in amongst each other. How are the Elves of Imladris doing? They've totally left this area behind, just checking. Oh, spooky. Very spooky indeed. Waste of a good sword leaving that there, friend. But yeah. Over here. Oh, this way. I mean, with the exception of course, it's currently taken over by the followers of Sauron. Like, this would be a nice place to live, in all honesty. Just like alone, up in the mountains, just got all you need. A lot of trees around you. I could live here. Just maybe want to take that down at some point. Uriek, yeah. But yeah, no. Like, the issue with holding there is if your line does break, they're in. Whereas if you hold down there, you've got like a fallback opportunity. But I always prefer to just go all out with like one solid defense rather than a layered strategy. I think a layered strategy is a lot more fun to attack, and I think it is a lot more fun to defend as well, but I think you're always better off as a defender going, or there's some exceptions, but I think you're usually better off just going for one solid line rather than falling back to other positions. And it does look like Keller is up to that now. He was just wanting to leave those Hiriek there until everything else was sorted. Good. Oh, the Warlord, of course, is playing Imladris. I think still a slightly newer player, but he has been popping up a lot, so he's we'll see how he's been developing. This is from a while ago, though, I should state, this battle. Gondor and infantry setup. I think if Sean of Gondor is a new player, I do like the idea of the more experienced guys taking both, you know, taking a side each, and then just having Sean be the backup guy who can watch his allies, hopefully learn a few things, and then reinforce them as he feels he needs to. We're sitting at 2 times speed for now, just until a clash really occurs, or until we start seeing fire go off. A lot of these Tookish hunters will definitely want to get their ammunition used up, and up against the swords and spears of Rivendell, that'd be lovely. Even armor upgraded, these guys are not going to be great for taking arrows. Maybe, to be honest, this is where I'd want a Gondorian unit. I was just saying before that I think it's a good idea for Sean to just be on the side and supporting as he needs to, but I'd maybe want to get a Gondorian infantry, or preferably like an armored up Gondorian spear, just out in front of all these elves, just to tank that damage, so that the you know, exceptionally skilled elves of Imladris, even the militia elves, as I tend to sort of refer to them as, they are they're going to be much more useful in melee. So we are opening up with the Tookish hunters. Yeah, they're just firing straight into the main line here. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. You know, not a very like high quality archer. Nice thing that the Hobbits have going for them is that they are a smaller unit size, or smaller model size, I should say. They actually a lot tougher to hit, especially spread out like this. They may lack a shield, they may lack much armor. I love these quarterstaff sergeants. They look, I love their like red attire, and I like quarterstaffs. they're a cool weapon to me. So we are opening up on them with the Archers of Rivendell, and that elven accuracy, I guess, is going to be dropping these poor hobbits. But definitely not what he wants to be firing at. And this is where if you had one unit of defending cav, bang, they're done. They are broken. You're devouring them. There's no cover, no support. Now, of course, Frodo Baggins wouldn't be doing this if the defenders had a unit of cavalry. He definitely wouldn't be. But he's getting really close, so close that I'd be really tempted to maybe even come out with a unit of infantry. If you catch him when he's paying attention to the rest of his army, and they're already shaken, one touch they're broken. I'd be really tempted to charge out, just in and out, and get back to our lines. With one of those sort of fast elven infantry units. Again, if I was Stu, I'd be feeling pretty unsure at this point with how much cavalry I brought. Yeah, they've broken even by just fire there. They're making their way out. Oh, the other sergeant seems to have died, but this quarterstaff man is okay. Yeah, oh, that's him dead there. I think he was maybe the captain of the unit by the looks of things. And then the top hat sergeant is going to be leading them on away. They will come back though, those 60 guys, and this is why I would have loved to have caught them in melee, because you might have been able to shatter the unit. Because they'll, yeah, oh, they're back already. Okay, cool. I'd be loving to get one more shot in them while they're clumped up like that, because that will result in quite a few kills. But I think he's going to hold his fire. That's fair enough. Barrow-wights coming in. They will tank elven arrows all day long. Really? Definitely want some AP to chuck their way through those, which the Spears of Rivendell are now sort of halberds in nature. So they do have armor piercing. They're no longer just... Holy smokes. Sorry about this, gang. I missed that. These poor Hiri Peng got shot down by something. Over here as well. Ouch. Ah, Stewie is actually pressuring them from here too. Yeah, didn't actually pay attention to this route up. Oh my goodness me. That's a clump. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's... Imagine just having an artillery piece. Like, friendly firing an artillery piece from here and just straight into Valkyrian's forces. Just, you know, yeah. You know, there has been some shots taken to these poor boys. Orc Jabbies moving on up. Hideout will take that damage quite nicely. It's not something you want, though. Again, maybe this is, I guess, where Gondor's support could be really useful in this situation, is as bait, like just as a damage taker. Just standing in front of elves on both sides of the line, just to take the hits could be really good. Yeah, so we're opening up again into the Tookish Hunters, dropping them down to 30, but they've got a lot of friendlies around them now, and I think they'll fight near enough to the end at this point. Down to 27 now, and it's getting to the point where you're getting a pretty inefficient amount of damage done to them with your arrows. Barrow-Wight's approaching though. Barrow-Wight's fighting alone up against an armor-piercing unit without any sort of, without any support. Like, I don't know. I mean, Y2K knows what he's doing with Barrow-Wights, I'm sure. And they're not there to really get kills. Ah, they're not alone. They've got Goblin Band. What was I talking about? Anyway, snag a Stalkers up there. Again, this would be another unit that'd be really tempting to just sally down and smash them, but no, you'd be in, you'd break them and chase them away, but by that point they could punish you with something, so you're better off just holding. Yeah, well, I guess so. No, this is actually really, I was silly, because this is a route up. This is really beneficial to the defenders, because if you could just, like, take here, you start raining hell on this position. No, that's why that's there. Unless you wanted to defend, like, over here, but then you run the risk of some high-tier Elven Archer hitting you from, like, all the way down there. Who knows? It's tough. It's a tough choice. And this is why I prefer to be an attacker. Okay, they're moving up now, Barrow-Wights. Any Hobbits left? They might have gone into hiding. Oh no, they're over here still. And they'll just be firing for a long, long time. Like, they didn't get too much ammunition out. So it'll just be a constant trickle of damage to these elves. Nice little shield. Gorgeous looking shield, in all honesty. I'll take another picture just in case I don't end up using the eagles, because that looks nice. I love that guy's helmet. Holy smokes. Anyway, they'll remain in place. Peacekeepers coming up. Hey, yeah, they can certainly do something against an elven battle line. Not just a standard men-at-arms, not a standard human men-at-arms. They are men of Númenorian descent. So they've actually fallen back from this position, unless those guys are hiding, which is possible. And they're shooting up and over. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Nah, I'd hold. I think you'll get a much better shot later. And you don't want to be shooting at Orc fodder anyway. I know he's probably going for the Temple Executioners, but nah. Just not a good go. If I had a clump like this, I'd be really tempted just to see what happened, you know? Because there's no room to miss here. You will shoot an Orc in the head. I'm actually really tempted to, because it's just such a swarm. I'll take a picture of it and see, but you know, I probably won't use this. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I like Valkyrian's army a lot. As I say, I think it's something that hopefully was communicated with people, but it's definitely the type of army that I think this complement. I think it complements his allies really well. Yeah, okay, Dunedain Peacekeepers here. Actually doing really well. Now, once those halberds get set up, it's going to change the game a bit. Oh dear, we're getting shot up still. Warns the North. Now, that's a different story entirely. I'd want to get these Eldraenway spears in the fight, in all honesty. I think moving them away is going to... Oh, damn. The armor-piercing fire to their backs. Their shields can't come into play. Shoot the Fountain Guard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see the benefit of these double warns to the North. And now that I know they were fighting up against Imladris and Gondor, it does make a bit of sense to get that good AP fire. And we're seeing Sean's, like, hesitation here a little bit. This is just common of new players. Being aggressive, you're a bit too scared to make a mistake, so you tend to, like, prefer to be defensive, whereas, and that's really just getting him killed here, Whereas if these Fountain Guard got stuck in amongst the Barrow-wights, it would make them a much more tricky shot to hit, and they would actually be rinsing through Barrow-wights. Right now, yeah, we're having to feet all the way along the line. We need something to support that. Are we having pressure applied here, though? Shots being taken. Or just at least men reforming. Oh! Looks like we missed maybe a movement of the Great Eagles. Or there's only one there. They're trying to climb. They're thinking about flying up there, but right now they're just giving them the evils up on the top. But, yeah, we're getting trolls just drumming away. And I think, yeah, with this sort of army, I think it's nice to take the troll drummers. Those Mordor infantry should be able to fight just about to the finish with that. Not terrible morale, but, you know, it's good to give them a buff. With the general nearby, with a Uruk captains nearby too, and the troll drummers bashing away, it'll be really useful. Yeah, so they're coming into the fight now, but they're down to what, like 81? Yeah, they've taken a few casualties there, but they should do what is necessary. Spears of Rivendell over here. How are those Elder Emily spears coming in now? They're not actually fighting just yet. They should do soon though. Archers of Rivendell, you're holding fire. Farmers of Buckland. I would go. I guess the Farmers of Buckland, again, they're a smaller unit, I think all Hobbits are, but maybe they're not. It's just the fact that if you did shoot at the Farmers of Buckland, they're probably going to just, those arrows are going to go into a Barrow-wight, and kind of defeats the point. I'd want to give them a volley to see, to test it, but no. But no, those farmers are locked morale, very stubborn, very brave boys, and they're going to fight for a while. Warden's taken down to 13, and this is of course really painful for Stu. They are armor-piercing archers, but then they become these amazing 2-hit-point sword masters. You were left behind, buddy. This little dude-a-dime peacekeeper sprinting on up. So him losing these guys in this manner is going to be a bit upsetting that they can't actually, you know, they've not taken part in the melee. But he took them for their armor-piercing archers. Armor-piercing arrows, so it's fair enough. A solid clash here. Yeah, the Blackguard really barreling through. Valkyrian coming forward, and I think the Horde is going to be approaching. Some of it. He doesn't even need to send forward all of it, but a lot of it is coming forward. Yeah, we've got so many units in reserve here. I don't know. Yeah, Warden's the White Tower, that'll be nice. Blades, but we need a lot over here. I know we're getting pushed here too, but there's no Blackguard, are there? The Blackwatch Legion, they're going to get through. Oh, damn, the Wardens of the White Tower. Oh, it's a double Wardens. Can you get 2 Wardens before you go into the red limit? Because I saw that in another battle. I didn't like it when I saw it, but, you know, I saw that in another one too. Yeah, okay, they're pushing in there. They should break. Once those Blackguard break, they should be able to reorganize this line. I don't think the reinforcements were close enough. Orc fodder in there. Yeah, the executioners are stuck in this fight, but the cavalry swarm. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. It might be enough. This is a long line to hold for the warlord, and of course it's Gondorian assistance. Yeah, we shoot those halberds while they're coming in. Maybe Nuritino warriors getting sent into melee. That's not pretty, especially not while the enemy still has so many arrows to send your way. Ravenhelm's Kaer Andros standing by. What's this? Marksman to Kaer Andros. Open it up in there. Let me just check my... Yeah, okay, good. We're getting a little bit of frame stutter here. Maybe I shouldn't have used shadows for this, but hopefully it'll go okay. Then Lothian Honor Guard, yeah, they'll do okay. Temple Executioners, though, they're a tough thing to fight. Dunedain Scouts just trying to use their mass, I suppose, and get on in there. They are a heavy mounted unit. Blackwatch Legion barreling on in there. And yeah, this line is shattered now too. Gondorian archers trying to resolve the situation, trying to rattle some hits in. As we've got some men of Imladris coming in, knowing that if this place falls, their line is shattered. Warrens of Ammon like not actually firing there. I would be going into sort of full panic mode right now, and I would be rattling shots into just about anything I could get a clear hit into right now. So if Keller is keeping his cool, then that shows an awful lot of discipline. But Imladris sentries there now. That'll be damn nice. Still Barrow Wights on the field though. But we are really pretty close. Pretty close. It's nice to be in the early stages of a fight to be this close as an attacker, even though you are behind. That's not a bad thing, because usually you will have lost just a lot of your fodder in the beginning. Battling Brandybucks coming in. Not locked morale like the Farmers of Buckland, but another solid AP melee unit there. Not going to really be able to get a charge off, unfortunately, as the fighting is pretty well connected. But it looks like they're just going to concentrate their full 133-man unit right in this corner, just up against a few Fountain Guard. Gondorian infantry, they can come in and sort it. And I think they need to get sent in right now before those battling Brandybucks really get into action. Oh, they're pushing on through. Good stuff from Frodor Baggins. Yeah, and he doesn't want to... Yeah, he's going to force that fight. Good stuff. As he tries to loop around the side. But no, he's being denied that. Still decent. River Wards coming on back to the main line now. Looks like Mirkwood and Gondor have been able to bring this back under control. Goodness me, Orc Javelins, our archers there. Everything just hurling damage into the Gondorian lines. Yeah, and they're getting some good hits in. Fury me. Turret captains are stuck in that fight too. But Elven skill and Gondorian armor will hopefully win the day, especially with the Elders of the Elven King rattling shots down into the line. Elven King Palace Guard coming on in now too. One of the finest Uber tier units in the game. Gardens of Carndum there, giving a morale buff to a lot of their friendly units. And the Wardens of Amon Light cracking on in. They're almost an elite. Well, I would say they're an elite unit. They're not a bodyguard unit, but they're an elite unit in their own right. They will hurt the Blackguard. And backed up by some Fountain Guard as well, who are another elite unit. So that's solid, even though, you know, we're seeing a lot of bodyguard tier units trying to crack against them. The exceptional men of Gondor and the fantastic Wood Elves will hold the line for some time longer. I think the defenders have been using up a fair bit of ammunition, but these Hiri Peng, are they still going? They are. Yeah, just wanting to thin the tide that's crashing in over here. I'd be loving to drop some of these horses, because if this line shatters and we try to fall back, those horses are going to be running over the top of us. Spearsmen, we're running. Yeah, they tried to run away and then they're running back. Oh, no. Okay, so Stewie's through with some mounted company and some Dunedain scouts as well. Now that they're in, they can start cycle charging the back lines. We have no cav to try and lock them down. So, Brood River Wards do actually have an anti-cavalry bonus. That's maybe why he turned away from that. I'd be wanting to just sort of tie up the archers. Yeah, tie up the archers, then you can get some cycle charging elsewhere. Oh dear, that's a shame though. Because this is, I think, these archers of Rivendell, in an extended fight they do okay. Yeah, changing his focus. The Godhalim, these archers of Rivendell now just trying to rinse some cavalry. But arguably the damage is already done. And now that the Inquisitors have come on forward and more charging Hobbits too. We can get the Eagles around here soon. Yep, there they are. Yeah, once the Eagles are through, that's it done. That is it finished over there. Now, we might be able to even get something all the way into the back lines here. The Elders of the Elven King will stop somebody, but if you get some cycle charging on the go, Ravenhelm's coming forward, but is it maybe too late? One good charge from the Eagles, and the Ravenhelms are finished. Eagles getting tied up in the fight there. An absolutely brutal charge from those guys. A good attack value anyway, so, like, oh, good throwing around the barrow eggs. Just without a care there, but yeah, now they're in. They are in. So those Eagles do have a nice attack value, but they're really for their charge. I think he is going to try and blast those Ravenhelms. They're running away, which is going to make that charge a little bit worse, but we did go from... That's the general. Interesting, yeah. How did they do? 67. In my mind, they actually got off lucky there. They definitely got off lucky in that engagement. They lost their general. That's a crying shame. Too bad that he was right at the back of the fight. But they might be able to slay an eagle or two here if they stay in the fight. Nah, nah. He's Frodo's not going to allow that. He's getting out of there. And yeah, this whole Elven and Gondorian line is breaking apart now. Gwythi Maraudane in the fight. Eldrimwe archers gonna do their best high damage arrows into these guys against most of the Dunedain cav. This, yeah, they'll inflict a lot of casualties. Sorry, it was cavalry was in my head, and that's what screwed me. So no, they'll do well. They'll do well. Whereas the Gotolim do have the power to really hurt those Inquisitors. Shooting the Inquisitors from the front, they'll struggle with a bit of that damage, but we will get men dropping. And it really is a case of, do you want to shoot the Eagles? We're shooting the Eagles too. Goodness me. But there's so much cavalry. Oh no, Sean. Oh, he's just being ignored. They're going to come through, and I think they're going to get right into the back of the Elders. Yeah, ouch. 49 Elders dropping like crazy. Wait, did that? That was a wipe. That was an entire wipe of those Elders. Oh, goddamn. And now, to be honest, if I was those, I would want to come right on through. One good charge, you can crack that line clean open and just let the swarm come on in, because Angmar is hurling himself up against this line heroically. It really has been. Like, the Orcs have done their part here. They have taken a lot of attention, which has allowed the Hobbits and Arthedain to deal these killing blows. And Angmar was on both. Like, he was basically coming in here mostly by himself, and he was over on the other side of the battlefield as well. Some routing Swords of Rivendell trying to find a route out of these mountains. Some Snaga Stalkers going to be trying to stop them though, and the Melkor's chosen there to grab them as they flee. Greenwood Rangers running over here trying to chase down the Eagles, but yeah, this is why I do like the idea of one cavalry unit taken as a defender. Some maps just don't really allow for it, and there's not really much of a point, but when you do have an open space like this, we can see how much damage the attackers have actually done as soon as they got inside with their cavalry. Whereas if we had a the amazing Elven Imladris cav, Gwythi Rockdoor, that's what we're thinking of. Yeah, if we had a Gwythi Rockdoor, no problem, they can kill off a lot of creatures. Or if we had a Sindarth the Girdle, you know, that could have been nice too, just to smash them as they're getting on in here. Gondor, you know, a unit of Gondor Cav is not maybe going to be exactly what you need. So yeah, the Wardens of the North, you can see, I mean, of course, it's mainly being helped by the cavalry support, but they're going toe to toe with the Gotolim, so it would have been quite a shame for Sui to lose like just a full unit of them to arrow fire, as he did earlier in this fight, so he couldn't really use them like this. But not too bad at all, and yeah, just keep cycle charge, he keeps on cycle charge. Eldrimwe archers battling it out there. Dealing with the last of the Troll Slayers. Not a fun fight for those Troll Slayers. Yes, the Gotolim are heavily armored, but they are also heavily, you know, incredibly skilled, which is a lot tougher to get through with one of these mighty axes that they wield. Shots coming into their backs there. These routing elves trying to maybe find a safe location. I actually like... Oh, damn. I was thinking they would try and just take either side of that tight valley there, but the Hobbit swarm is going to be stopping them. The Hobbit train arms no longer armor-piercing spears, now just very sort of, you know, nice cheap spears. Under, you know, in the previous version, they would have actually made pretty good work of the Gondorian infantry. But now, not so much. But still so heavily armoured and really shaky morale now of the Gondorians. Their general's dead, they've got eagles fluttering around. Still 11 eagles, a lot of hit points, but they're more fragile than you'd think if they get pinned down. They will be bashed apart. Coming into the back here. Greenwood Rangers there. No, they're holding. And that wasn't a fantastic charge. They're coming uphill. You've got to keep in mind they are still cavalry units. They're like, the model is on the ground, so it is affected by the terrain that it goes over, and it has to have a nice flat ground to really pick up speed. But with the break of these Fountain Guard there, I think that is it. Yeah, the break of this line. 2 Great Eagles coming in from this side as well, just to provide mass and shunt the Orcs of the Moranon forward. Yeah, the poor Orcs have really been used as slave forces here. I suppose if you wanted to develop some sort of lore behind this, it really could be an elven genocide post Orcish takedown. And the Orcs have just been enslaved for this purpose. But yeah, I like that. This blob of Hobbit forces holding the line. And yeah, just keeping these guys pinned in place as they try to sort of push around or try to band together. Anabras archers, their little maces there. There's hunters too. How's this stand on this hilltop? It's done. It's finished. But no, dearie me. No, it was a good showing, I'd say. I don't, I was thinking when I saw that speed, I really was worried that the defenders would do something stupid. I really don't think they did there. I think that this is just an unfortunate case of very experienced attackers versus some lesser experienced defenders. And it's not that, you know, and it's just knowing how to counter certain threats. But in all honesty, the enemy comes at you with the armies that they did. Like there must have been some good planning in the lobby phase for that. Like, the guys knew that their armies complemented each other. Like, they came into that with a plan, and that plan was carried out very, very well. Yeah, that's them bolting off. But all in all, I don't think the defenders did anything wrong. I think they, yeah, I think it was held as well as it could be over here. Maybe some slightly faster Gondorian support at times, but I think when he did send it in, he sent it to the right places. Yeah, I mean, this went better than I thought it would for the attackers, genuinely. Like, when I saw those armies, I was a bit scared. But I think having the Orcs there to take the brunt. How many men did Valkyrian bring? Yeah, you can see, like, Stewie's only got 700 guys. He is only able to do that because of the swarms that were taken by his allies. And I guess Frodor, he's got the horde as well with his Hobbit train arms. Like, that is an orc swarm, you know, in many ways. So no, I think it was fair enough. Let's see what we got going on with Stu. And I was like, holy smokes! Like, the boys actually did rack up a fair bit of kills too. You know, these horde armies that I thought were just there to die. Warns the north there. Oh, they only actually got 20 kills, but they were shooting, you know, very powerful units, no doubt, really picking their targets, so that's fair enough. And also, they were absolutely targeted by the defending archers. We can see 33 of them have come back. That's not a surefire way to tell, but usually a casualty is more likely to be healed if they were shot by an archer. That's just from what I've noticed. So it's a decent way to tell sometimes. And then that second unit, actually, yeah, who was able to be used in melee, has racked up a fairly nice kill count. Interested with the choice of putting your general in with the Grey Company. It's bold. But I guess he knew that wasn't going to be something he wanted to, like, send in. He was going to be careful with it, so it's fair enough. Double scouts. Good stuff from the scouts. Nice. And prisoners taken? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. I would have thought they would have grabbed a few more prisoners. All in all, very nice. A Safe Valkyrian, super, really enjoyable army to use, I think. It's a lot of fun for me to use an army like that. And a good force to take, all in all. Y2K as well. Good micro on both sides of the battlefield. Really, really impressive. But that is what we would expect from Y2K, in all honesty. Frodor, yeah, just constantly pushing the flanks there. Just trying to open up a passageway for the cavalry, for his eagles, and, you know, yeah, when that did open up, we ripped them apart. let's see. I think the defenders really they did the best that they could have in that scenario. I would have loved to have seen, like, as I say, a Sindar or a rock door, just to grab these guys as they were coming through. And I think, like, if Sean is a newer guy, I don't think he did too poorly. I think he did. He definitely did the best that he sort of could have. A few little goofs, of course, but that's what is to be expected. I think when it comes to Gondor, the only thing to remember is stacking up those armor upgrades. Like, that's the power of Gondor. The fact that you can get these massively plated up guys at a very cheap cost, and just make your standard Gondorian infantry and your Gondorian spears, you could turn them into monsters just by, you know, an extra 50 florins. You can just stack up armor. So I would definitely recommend that for sure, the next time he does play as Gondor. But I think he did okay. Punished by those eagles. Also putting your general, I like my general to be in a 2 hit point unit, just because it makes your general stronger. That's why some people like to put their general with the Ents or Trolls, or Witchers, for instance, because that makes your general, like, it gives your general extra hit points. You put him in with a you know, Ravenhelms, he's only gonna have like 2 hit points or something like that. Whereas you put him with a 2 hit point unit, he's gonna have another 2 type thing, or another 1 anyway. But either way, just something to keep in mind. Anyway, I will jump away. That was a nice quick one, really. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.